Hi, Elliot.
Hello.
Can I just say thank you for being here today and congratulations for all you do here at GBS. You have been an inspiration to students and staff here at GBS.
Thank you, Peter.
I'm going to dive straight into my questions. So tell us, what do you currently teach here at GBS?
I started GBS in 2021. That makes it approximately 3 years. I'm the module leader for dynamic business and environment, as well as tourism marketing principles. The partnership is between GBS and CCCU. Thank you.
Let's talk about your winnings. You just recently won GBS Colleague Choice Award for 2024. How do you feel? Tell us about it.
Certainly. I'm inspired. I'm motivated. I'm excited, Peter. This is a great time for the organization. And I work around many other winners as well. And I think it's the team effort and our strong work ethic. And we have persons that are from Ghana, from Jamaica, from the Bahamas, persons from other parts of the world like Romania.
Oh, I agree, yeah.
It's such a diverse
It is.
employee base.
Yes, it is. And apart from the outside work, you've also been the NBCC Award nominee for the most inspirational person for 2023.
Being a part of that, being shortlisted amongst so many talented individuals, as you know, here in the UK and internationally, we have a lot of talent in the space of personal development.
Yes.
That's where my books are positioned in business, finance, and personal development. So a shout out to that team and a shout out to all the persons that actually nominated us.
You've been recognized as a business and tourism management specialist. You featured on the BBC, CNN. What is your story?
I was born and raised in Nassau, Bahamas. My mother's name is Franzetta Johnson. She raised us with very, very strong religious beliefs. We are Christian believers. Our faith is one of our foundations. And then our values, being respectful, honoring ourselves, being honest. So she was very generous. She was a giver. In fact, I remember one story. If she passes persons that are displaced or homeless, she would always reach out to assist them, not by way of money, by probably giving them a meal, giving them a coffee.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, those sort of values just stuck with me. And that's my story. My story is basically one from humble beginnings, a small town island, Nassau, Bahamas.
No, I see where it's all coming from. I see where it's all coming from. And that links to my next question. So what motivates you to perform at your best? And how do you maintain high level of motivation and engagement over time?
One of the first things, like I mentioned earlier, that my mom instilled in me was honesty. And when we're honest with ourselves, we realize that you cannot be on a high every single day.
I'm with you on that.
So I had some really tough lows in answer to your question. My mom passed in September in 2013. And that was a very critical moment for me. It was a moment of depression. I had thoughts of suicide. I questioned my belief in God. I met a mentor, a millionaire mentor. I was working in hospitality. And he shared with me that I needed to have more belief in myself. And he actually was very firm. He said, "You're better than this, Ellie. You have greatness inside you." I couldn't see it then, but over time, he helped to mold my mindset and my belief. And he told me that my story could help someone else.
So let's dive straight into your books. And we've got 2 of your books here. You've written 5 books, which have been translated over 7 languages and recently been shortlisted for the best self-help and best advice for 2019.
Writing a book is a very personal experience. It's not something where you can copy and paste. These are lived experiences. The books speak to proven and tried and tested methods. One of the things that we realized very quickly during our research is that success leaves clues. Yes?
That's good. It does indeed.
So I was privileged. I hit the lottery. Not only having my mom that I spoke of as a role model, and I was constantly surrounded by other great role models, like the Prime Minister of my country. And he was able to help me to become accountable. That's what's lacking in a lot of people. They want to take on the challenge of personal development, but they are not accountable themselves, and they don't have an accountability partner. So he became my accountability partner.
Wow.
And my first accountability task was to write my story.
Oh, that is amazing.
So Creating a Platinum Lifestyle was my first book. And at that point for me, I came from humble beginnings. It was all about money, Peter. I wanted to make money for me. And that passion of learning systems,
Yes.
learning principles, learning the laws that govern this universe, it helped me to understand how to make money.
Oh.
But I'd only passed kindergarten.
Oh.
And as I graduated kindergarten,
Yes.
I realized that to really explore my personal development journey, I had to come outside of Elliot, and I had to start to help other people. And those were the other dimensions. The other 4 books, they speak to a legacy, leaving much more of a succession plan. Yes. A great leader is not a leader of himself only. A great leader also leads other people.
Yeah.
So that's what the books are about. They take you on my journey through anecdotes. They take you through tried and proven principles.
Yes.
And they are non-fiction. You can take a chapter in itself and you can move the needle in your life.
And that moves me to my next question. Diversity, inclusion are important values for universities. Can you discuss any recent initiative you've implemented or promoted to include diversity and inclusion in what you do?
One of our tasks are to bridge the gap between the theory that is taught in the classroom and what's happening in the industry. And I think that's one of our strategic visions. Dr. Rana speaks about it. Our CEO speaks about it. So our students, they're getting prepared to go into wider world.
Yes.
And we're not just teaching them to be line level staff.
Yes.
We're teaching them to be owners, operators, shareholders.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have the 4 quadrants where we're either sharing where you can be an employee.
Yes.
You can be self-employed. You can be a business owner, or you can be an investor, or you can have it all. And it's a very competitive world that we live in.
It is.
AI, the Internet of Things,
They're talking about
VR.
Yes.
Things are changing. So we're sharing foundational frameworks here so that they can go into the world and be proactive. They can actually participate in the wealth. We were speaking with the tourism students today.
Okay.
There's over 235 billion created in revenue through tourism. So we have the 4 quadrants where we're either sharing where you can be an employee.
Yes.
You can be self-employed. You can be a business owner, or you can be an investor, or you can have it all.
That is inspirational. That's great. Now, drawing back, there's a lot of students and a lot of people, staff, who are looking up to you. What is that lesson you've got for them?
Be human, as in be. Don't pretend. There is Dr. Rana leading this ship.
Yes.
So being human, it really speaks volume. It's a loaded message. Be human. The way you are, Peter.
Yeah.
You're exemplary as well. Look at what you're doing.
Thank you.
This is being human.
Yes.
You're sharing my message. It's a succession plan. When you leave here, Peter, if you leave this institution, wherever you go, students are, where's Peter? When you walked in today, that's Peter. And I love that feeling. I love that feeling of walking into a room and be, that's the guy. That's the guy. Made a difference. One last story I'd like to share. We were doing an event with the careers and employability team. And a young lady, I'm not going to call her name.
Please.
She came in and she received 3 awards.
Yes.
And I want to leave a legacy.
Yes. Oh,
it makes me very emotional.
Yes.
When he watches this video, when he reads this book, when he hears about me, I want him to know his dad did the best.
That is wonderful. And where could we find your book for those who are interested to get your book?
Thank you. These are on Amazon. They're also sold on Barnes & Nobles.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram at Elliot Kelly Official. So most of our sales come through social media. For some reason, it spreads like wildfire. This is the 3rd run of these books. These 2 books, both that you see here, were actually 18 weeks on Amazon, bestsellers. And Barnes & Noble picked it up in the 4th week, and they sold over 6,000 copies. So we're quite proud. We're on Goodreads as well. They're in the local stores in the Bahamas, where I'm from. They're here in the UK. Again, the 29 countries in the translations. So working in Tunisia. We've spoken in Dubai, Turkey, in Spain, in Paris. It's quite exciting. Here in London, Boat Road.
I hope it's in the library as well. We're doing that. So it's in Boat. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes. Greenford. Oh, that's great to know that. Now, can you tell us one person who have been a significant source of inspiration in your life or career, and why?
Marshall has been called by Forbes magazine #1 executive in the world. And it means a lot to be trained by one of the best. His accountability system is very effective at a very basic level. If we have someone in our life that can call us out on the BS, it makes a positive difference. We don't need people around us who tell us, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. We need someone to tell us, honey, I don't think that shirt suits you. Honey, I think you were too loud. You were speaking too fast.
Yes.
Honey, zip it. We need that person in our lives.
Yes.
I say, honey, that's my partner.
Oh, that's great.
My partner checks me. And Martha checks me as well.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the things we're great at GBS in all of our content is reflection. We should be able to come away from this experience and say, what could we have done better? How can we constantly improve? And finally, I'll leave you with his quote.
Yes.
What got you here won't get you there.
And that leads me to my final question. Can you describe yourself in 3 words?
I'm a leader, I'm action-oriented, and I'm passionate.
Here at GBS, you have been an inspiration to many. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you to your team. Thank you.
Thank you.